welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings. Tarot readings from my heart. Let me just clean my desk. Well, it's clean, but it just gets stuff on it sometimes. That's my heading. How you all doing? Hope you're all well. So we're going to do your, pardon me if there's a little rumble in the background, it's just my fan. We're going to do your reading for you. We're going to do your general reading, okay? You'll have a love reading sitting next door to this one as well. So yeah, we're going to do your reading, Aries, and what I'm using today is the Angel Answers deck for your advice. And what I've decided to do with this particular deck of cards is to do the advice card first and then fit it in, speak about what I think the advice is, and then I'll fit it in again. Maybe it'll change up the advice by the end of the reading. So we're using the normal Rider-Waite tarot deck for this reading. Hope you can see that. I'm recording by my mobile actually. I like the way it shows stuff up. So yeah, let's have a look what's coming in for Aries. Let's have a look first of all what the advice is for the month of June 2018 Aries. Let's just have a quick look. Okay, so Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Aries in the month of June 2018? What's the advice, Universe Spirit, for the advice that you have for Aries? Show me. Meditation will bring the answers. Hope you guys can see that clear enough. Meditation brings answers, okay? I think that if you're finding it difficult, Aries, to find a solution to a situation, to find an answer, because usually what happens is when you meditate, especially when you get something like this, meditation brings answers, usually it would indicate that there's a situation that has been unresolved, or a situation that you're finding it difficult to find the answer to. So sometimes when, this is what I do sometimes myself, if I find myself to be in a situation where I'm confused or where I don't know what direction to take, usually I'll just sit down and I'll either speak to God or speak to the angels, or I'll just sit down and close my eyes and meditate. And meditation is about closing and shutting everything else out and just focusing sometimes on your breathing, and sometimes just focusing on the silence and just going inwards just to seek the answers, because you usually find when you do that the answers come to you. So meditation will bring you the answers, okay? Meditation brings answers, so it's a good idea for some of you guys to meditate in the month of June. And usually a lot of people, I mean, I used to meditate an awful great deal. I don't really meditate that much anymore, but meditation is a really good way just for getting that inner cleansing, inner healing, but also finding answers to situations that have been difficult to resolve. So with that said, we're going to shuffle the cards now and find out what's coming in for Aries in the month of June 2018. So Universe Spirit, show me in this general reading, please, what's coming up for Aries in the month of June 2018. Show me Aries. What's coming in for Aries? Show me Aries. What's coming in for Aries in the month of June 2018? I'm going to reverse the deck 3 times. What's coming in for Aries? Show me what's coming in for Aries in the month of June 2018. Universe, I'm just concentrating on Aries. Show me Aries. What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Aries in the month of June 2018. Show me what's coming in for Aries. What's coming in for Aries in the month of June 2018. Show me what's coming in for Aries. Show me Aries in the month of June 2018. What's coming in for Aries in the month of June 2018. Show me what's coming in for Aries. I'm just focusing on Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of June 2018. One more time, Universe. What's coming in for Aries in the month of June 2018? Show me. Alright, so I've shuffled and I've meditated, I suppose, on your zodiac sign, and I'm going to split the deck 1, 2, 3 into 3, collect it back up, and then I'm just going to lay the spread down all in one and see what we can find. That's nice. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Right. I mean, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people want to complain. Oh, there's reversals. There's this. Look. The reversal is, I use reversals all the time now, but what I'm saying is I reverse my deck 3 times. 3 is the magic number. Now, all I can see is upright cards, and you can still get, a reading that maybe you don't want to hear when it's upright as well. But if there's reversals that show up, like for example, some of my readings might have a lot of reversals, and they're meant to be there. They're literally meant to be there, Aries, seriously. Because you've got all uprights despite me reversing quite a bit. In fact, they're all upright. That's incredible. Okay. One reversal here and one there. Okay. Let's put this to the side and then let's think about this. So I think that some of you guys are probably at a little bit of a crossroads. The you now position, so you're showing as being the Two of Wands, Aries, and wands are actually your sign. They're Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So I think that this is, I mean, it's obviously you, it's in the you now. It wouldn't matter what card was there, it would be you. I think that you're at a crossroads within your life, some of you guys. The Two of Wands is a card that shows up when somebody has, you know, two paths that they can go down. They could go left, they could go right. And what I found with the Two of Wands is that each path has its benefits. So it's not like if I went down this path, you know, it might not be such a great idea. Well, sometimes it's not. Sometimes there are more benefits to one path rather than another. But it does show that you've got a choice between two paths. So I think that some of you guys, and also the Two of Wands is all about being ready to step out of your comfort zone, being motivated by a new path as well. So for some of you guys, it might not be that you're at a crossroads. It might simply be that you're motivated now to explore, because the Two of Wands is all about the start of, it's an early card, it's a number 2, so this is the start of an adventure. And some of you guys, it comes after the Ace of Wands, the new idea, the new beginning, in which with the Two of Wands this person sets out to explore this idea. So some of you guys are ready to explore something new as well with that Two of Wands, and as a result of that, I think the energy around you is going to be initial success. You've got this Four of Wands showing up here. So the Four of Wands is all about happiness. It's about joy. Sometimes this card represents marriages, births, engagements, parties, for example. Holidays is the Four of Wands as well. So some of you guys, I think as a result of this in the month of June, and I don't think that this is a crossroads now. I think it's an adventure. Some of you guys might be going on holiday, because the Two of Wands, all one cards represent going abroad, going on holiday, going maybe somewhere that's nice and warm, that type of thing. I don't think you're at a crossroads. I think you guys show us now being presented with a new path, and I think that you're itching and raring to go. And as a result of that, I'm seeing you guys, the focus for the month will be on, some of you guys, it might be that you're travelling to a family celebration, because this can be travelling, getting ready to travel, and this is the family celebration, this is the wedding. Perhaps some of you guys are going to weddings, or you're going to engagement parties, or christenings, or you're just going abroad, maybe to see people get married, that type of thing. But I think just, you know, because I don't want to, you know, hone it into too much of a, you know, just, you know, focus too much on a celebration. The Four of Wands in essence is all about enjoyment, and it's one of the loveliest cards you get in the tarot, because you know, it represents happiness and joy and abundance and laughter and dancing, you know, and partying. So I think that overall, this Four of Wands is the energy around you. You're in a time in June where there's going to be great happiness around you with that Four of Wands. You might be spending a lot of time with your family, you might be spending a lot of time with your friends, but I think because you're showing us this Two of Wands in your you now situation, I think that you're on a new adventure for some of you guys. I think that you're right there at the precipice of some form of a change here with this Two of Wands. Not all twos represent, you know, decisions that need to be made. If this had shown us something different in the centre of the reading, I'd have probably read this differently. But because it's such a stable card and such a happy card, I think the focus, but for, you know, it could be that, you know, you guys are at, but I don't even think this is a crossroads. The only way that I would look at this as a crossroads is if, as a result of that, the energy is around maybe moving house, because the Four of Wands is all about moving house, moving job, moving to a new work environment, and it might be that for some of you guys. In fact, it could be. It actually could be. I actually now think that this might be it. Only because I'm looking at the root issue for all of this energy showing here. I think if you guys are going on an adventure, and it might be around this with the Four of Wands, this is to do with family matters, that type of thing. It might be that the reason that all of this is occurring, it might be that you've got a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius individual around you. It's a Queen of Swords. However, Aries, if this is your energy, the Queen of Swords, you're making a decision. Maybe to cut something out, bring something new in, and that might be to do with a home move, for example, with that Four of Wands showing in the centre of the reading. Now, in the recent past, some of you guys have experienced the world. World can mean a great achievement, great success, but the world can also mean the ending of a particular cycle. What's challenging you in June 2018 is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant can represent somebody who's in a place of authority. The Hierophant can represent a marriage, for example, a commitment. The Hierophant can represent something to do with court or a judgment being made with that Hierophant energy. The Hierophant can also be somebody's belief, for example. But as a result of that, your focus is on the Four of Wands. This is all about happiness and joy and a successful start, maybe to a new venture. We're going to put this all together in a moment because you've got a fairly sort of weird set of cards all showing up together. The most likely outcome will be the Two of Coins. And I think now, thinking about it, because you've got two twos in this reading, twos, when you get many twos in a reading, it often means somebody's uncertain about something, or it means that you're uncertain about what decision, what path to take. It means things are 50-50. It's a time of uncertainty with many twos. So I actually think that this is an uncertain card. This is an uncertain reading to a certain extent. I do feel that that now when I look at this, you're actually at a crossroads. And I think that the energy around that crossroads for the month is the Four of Wands. It might be something to do with a move. Four of Wands is often a move card. The root issue is the Queen of Swords. Could be somebody who wants to make you move. Do you see what I mean? Somebody you don't get on with, maybe. She can be quite a severe character. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or somebody who can be... She's not that bad, actually. She's quite a nice lady when she's in the upright. She's just a little bit vocal, a little bit forthright. Well, this could be you, your energy. Maybe there's a decision that you're making to cut something out and bring something new in, Aries, okay? You do have, and I think this might be the ending of a cycle with the world in the recent past showing up here. Your challenge is the Hierophant, but I think the Hierophant is something to do maybe with rules and regulations. It could be a marriage as well for some of you guys, or a commitment to someone, but the Hierophant is all to do with sometimes when you get in a challenge position, somebody else's ideology and somebody else's beliefs rather than yours. So you might be challenged by somebody else's rules and regulations, which might be why the focus is on moving. Four of Wands, for example. This Hierophant can sometimes be like a housing association. Usually the Hierophant represents somebody who leads a team, somebody who's in charge of others. So it might be that you're having a problem adhering to somebody's rules and regulations. And the most likely outcome will be the Two of Coins for the month of June. So things could go 50-50. You might still be weighing things up with the Two of Coins energy with the, because it's a 50-50 card. Coming in, you've got the Five of Coins. So the Five of Coins can either be about bankruptcy, financial instability, but it can also be about leaving a property as well when you get that Five of Coins. I've seen it show up for people leaving properties. However, what you're going to experience is victory. You've got a victory, a success coming with the Six of Wands. Your hopes, I think, are more than likely not to put any more work or effort into a situation. If you're hoping not to put any more work or effort into a situation, that's why the focus, I think, will be about leaving or changing a property, changing where you live, maybe changing job, because you're at a crossroads, and that crossroads involves a Queen of Swords. Maybe someone you don't get on with, for example. However, the outcome is the Fool, showing in the reverse. Fools reverse talk about perhaps there being not an immediate change, because I always tell now the signs that there are 4 different levels of reversals that you get showing up. One of them is blockage. One of them is, so the blockage reversal will be where the client is blocking something from happening. The protective reversal will be where the universe is blocking you. I think this is more than likely to be protective towards you. I think this is, I'm sorry, I was rendering another video. I think that this is about the universe trying to protect you here, because something isn't ready to go ahead. Usually in the upright, this is all about a new direction, and really it should be in the upright, because it looks like you're taking a new direction at Aries in the month of June 2018. So why have we got the Fool reverse? Because that means either you're not ready to do something new with the Fool. It can also mean to be overly cautious. It might be that this is either a blockage reversal or a protective reversal, where the universe is blocking your path forward. This might, though, I get the feeling, be a blockage rather than protective. Mirroring is a third one, where it's just a reversal, just a reverse card. Or it could, I can't remember the other one, I can't remember the other reversal, but those are the 3 main ones I know. I'm not sure, this is either between a protective reversal or a blockage reversal. You're either doing this yourself or the universe is stopping you from doing something. We're going to get clarity on the, and I think if meditation brings answers, it could be either way, because that Fool in the reverse, I think, is very key for this reading, Aries. I think you're either stopping yourself from doing something, being overly cautious. I mean, you've got success coming in, so why is the overall outcome the Fool in the reverse? it says it's not time to take this new path. Either the universe is stopping you from doing something, or you're stopping yourself. Maybe you're just not sure, and meditation did bring answers, so that Two of Wands would go in line with that, where you're at this crossroads right now. It might be to do with a move. Let's get this Two of Wands. What's this Two of Wands about? What's this Two of Wands about? Why is Aries showing as being the Two of Wands in their you now position for April 2018? Why are they showing as being the Two of Wands? Show me. Right, the Nine of Cups is in the reverse. So I think that you're at a crossroads in your life in the month of June 2018. You've got a choice between two paths. And usually when you've got this choice between two paths, it's like the Two of Swords. You know, a decision that needs to be made. It could be that you go this way, or it could be that you go that way. Usually there's a certain procrastination that comes with something. It might be that you're at a crossroads, and I think that because for me, remember, every tarot reader interprets cards very differently. A lot of tarot readers do. I've always interpreted the Nine of Cups reversed to be something not benefiting you in the long run. In the upright, you're manifesting your wishes, so everything works out okay with the Nine of Cups in the upright. Nine of Cups in the upright is about satisfaction. It's about material satisfaction, sexual satisfaction, joy, partying, happiness. It might be for some of you guys, because this card is the card of, sometimes it can be that this is the card of indulgence. Some readers will read this as being overly indulging in things. Too much of a good thing, Nine of Cups in the reverse. For some readers like myself, I will interpret this as lack of manifestation of wishes, like the Star in the reverse. Your wishes aren't manifesting. Things aren't happening the way that you want them to. This for me is about unhappiness. Or usually when I see cup cards reversed, Aries, to me they indicate that your desires are not being fulfilled. So it might be that you're at a little bit of a crossroads within your life in the month of June 2018, because your desires with this Nine of Cups in the reverse are simply not being fulfilled within your life. So it might be, well, where to next? And as a result of that, and it doesn't mean that with the Nine of Cups reversed you're not manifesting your greatest wishes. It just might mean that something didn't match up to your expectations, I would probably say, with that card in the reverse. So I think you're at a crossroads because something didn't live up to his expectations. Okay, you're not experiencing the most joy or the most happiness that you would like to experience at this present time. And as a result of that, the energy around you will be the Four of Wands. And so let's have a look at why the Four of Wands is going to be the energy around you, Aries, in the month of June 2018. Right, so I think that your focus is on finding happiness, I would probably say, with the Four of Wands, or it could be on moving. And I think it's got something to do with, when we look at a Five of Swords reverse, the way that I interpret the Five of Swords reverse is the overcoming of a very conflictive situation. So I think that also for me, with the Five of Swords in the upright, it's about a lack of empowerment. So often you'll find with the Five of Swords that you're feeling really hurt, or you're feeling really disappointed or really upset with the Five of Swords. So you're feeling at a place of where you are feeling very a lack of confidence within oneself. Other people have greater power than you. Okay, so this is the card of feeling really hurt. If you look at the two people here, they're feeling really hurt and they're walking away feeling very sort of discontent and feeling a sense of, you know, powerlessness and I can't fight this, I'm too weak and that type of thing. But the Five of Swords in the reverse is really about regaining your power. So I think that your focus with the Four of Wands, as a result of this, your focus is on, with the Four of Wands, it could be building, for example, with this fours represent building stability and security, so it could be on accomplishing something, the initial stages of accomplishing something within your life with this Four of Wands energy. It might be for some of you guys there's a bit of a holiday going on, or as a way to gain your power back, as a way to get your mojo back with the Five of Swords in the reverse. So some of you guys might be focusing on taking a bit of a break with that Four of Wands. Because Four of Wands is the holiday card, is where you go, you know, you go away to a hot country and you enjoy yourself. I certainly feel that the focus will be, it's not so much on, I don't think it's so much on celebrating, because you're here. You're at this place where you're, you know, you're at this crossroads because something hasn't lived up to its expectations with the Nine of Cups reversed. You're feeling a lack of contentment. you know, everything that you wanted to happen hasn't happened, and there's a certain flatness, I think, for some of you guys, and as a result of that, I think the focus for some of you guys will be on taking a break with that Four of Wands, perhaps spending more time with family, with friends, that type of thing, with the Four of Wands showing there, as a way to regain your power with the Five of Swords in the reverse. Because I think the root issue for you guys is this Queen of Swords. And let's have a look at why she is the root issue of everything. Why is the Queen of Swords the root issue for this situation in the month of June 2018 for Aries? Show me. Because of the Four of Swords. So, I don't think that this is a person. I'm reading this probably as an energy, to be perfectly honest with you. Or it could be that this person, it might be, if this is a person around you, a Queen of Swords, she could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but this person, I think if she's at the heart of everything, because the root issue I see as being at the heart of everything, the cause of why everything is happening, I think that this person with the Four of Swords, I think that if this is a person, then I think that what she's done with the Four of Swords is she seems to have withdrawn from you. There might be a friend, there might be a person around you, it might be somebody that you relied on a great deal. Don't be fooled with Queen of Swords, okay, because Queen of Swords, I tend to read her in the reverse as being a right bitch. In the upright, she's wise, she's clever, she's actually a nurse, she works in hospitals, and she actually works within mental health. So this could be somebody who was able, this could have been an advisor, somebody who may be retired, for example. This could be somebody who you relied on to a great deal, a great extent. Maybe they're on a hiatus, maybe they're on a bit of a break. And it might be that because of that, you're at a crossroads, because, you know, you're wondering, you're saying to yourself, well, where to next? All my expectations, maybe regarding this person, are now not fulfilled. So it could be somebody who's, you know, it's not that she's cut you out, she just might be doing something else. It could also be, I think, as an energy, you know, somebody's withdrawn probably, but I think as an energy, I think that there is a decision that's been made. What's starting all of this is that you've made a decision. Queen of Swords is one of the decision makers within the tarot. So for some of you Aries, the Queen of Swords could indeed be your energy, where you've made a decision with this card, possibly to withdraw from a situation with that Four of Swords. And I just want to see why you've made a decision to withdraw. If this is withdrawal, because Four of Swords is usually withdraw, to take a break. Let's have, and that's why you're probably taking a break to go on holiday, the Four of Wands, or to spend more time with family and friends, to recharge your batteries, basically, with that Five of Swords in the reverse. I just want to see why you've made a decision. If the Queen of Swords is Aries energy, why have they made a decision to withdraw? What's the purpose for that? Because of the High Priestess. So I think that you've made a decision to withdraw. It could be because of a Pisces person, but it could be because you need to take some time out to spend some time on your own. High Priestesses usually shows people on their own. They need time to sit in their temple, to read, to assess the theories of life, to work out where they want to go, to develop their intuition. So it might be, and they're getting sort of two passive cards next to a thinking card. Swords represent communication and ideas. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who would think very clearly about a situation, and once she makes a decision, usually when I find a card is behind the Queen of Swords, she's cutting the thing out. Usually when I see a card in front of her, she's welcoming it in. And what you're welcoming, I think this is actually your energy, Aries. I think that what you're welcoming in here is the time to take a break, maybe a time to heal. We've got a lot of healing cards here. There's Five of Swords reverse, which is about gaining your power back, taking that back, becoming more confident. And the Four of Swords in the reverse, which represents to take a break, to withdraw from the world, to recover, to do a bit of healing. Again, it's another holiday card. It's rest and recovery. So you're making a decision, I think, with this Queen of Swords, to recover, to rest, to heal here. And while you're doing that, I think because you want to work out where you want to go to next, you need to develop your intuition, I think, with this High Priestess, that this is what you need to do in the month of June 2018. You might also, for some of you guys, be doing it because you're looking maybe to study something, maybe the High Priestess. Now, in the recent past, you Aries have experienced the world. And why has Aries experienced the world in the recent past? Show me. Because of judgment in the reverse. So I think that this isn't success. I think that you've ended a cycle in a situation. And this would be where the meditation card brings answers, shows up as well. Because judgment in the reverse often indicates the non-resolution of an issue. And it's a pretty big issue. But this is something that is being buried down, but it's not being resolved because it's not being spoken about. and it's not being tackled, it's being ignored. And I think that you guys have probably experienced having to bring a situation to a close with the world energy in the upright, because there was non-resolution on a situation. You didn't know how you were going to sort it out. And I think that as a result of that, your challenge is the Hierophant in the month of June 2018. And why is the challenge for Aries, the Hierophant, in the month of June 2018? It's because of death. So your challenge is the Hierophant. And usually when you do tarot, you've got to think about, well, what's the key word? What word are you going to attribute to the card? Because this is what's clarifying, this is what's telling you why that's your challenge. So death we know to be the change card, the transformation card, passing from one state of being into the next. Okay, now this is change. So your challenge is the Hierophant because of the change that occurred. So it might be for some of you guys that your challenge is adhering to other people's rules and regulations. Maybe some of you guys with the death energy change jobs, for example, that type of thing. Because the Hierophant is about adhering to other people's rules and regulations. You could go into a corporate environment and work for a Hierophant. Okay? For some of you guys, it might be that your challenge is being the Hierophant, being the person in charge, because this is a major, major change. I think for some of you guys, it's either being under the thumb, having to listen to what somebody else tells you to do, because there's been a major change to what you did before. Maybe some of you guys aren't used to being a leader, or you're not used to taking orders from another individual. You're not used to going into an environment, maybe clocking in and clocking out, because this is something you've not done before with the death energy. And I think that this is why some of you guys, and your challenge also might be listening to guidance, because it would result in you having to make a huge change within your life with the death energy. And this is why I think that the focus is on taking a bit of a break with the Four of Wands energy, just to get back your mojo, to get back your confidence, to find your power again within yourself with the Five of Swords. The most likely outcome for June 2018 will be the Two of Coins. And let's have a look at why will the most likely outcome for June 2018 be the Two of Coins for Aries. Show me. The Three of Swords in the reverse. So the most likely outcome, I think that you are going to, this isn't about juggling now, I think that you're going to deal with two things. I think you're going to deal with both paths. So you've got a choice between two paths here, because something has been less than satisfactory within your life. But the most likely outcome is you're going to manage to juggle it with the Two of Coins. In other words, this is all about going with the flow, because that's what the Two of Coins is as well. You just go from one energy to the other, one energy to the other. This also in itself, in a way, is non-resolution. This is about going with the flow and just dealing with the ups and downs. So I think that really this card just says you'll deal with the ups and downs of the situation, because the Three of Swords, it's better to do that, because this is the way that you resolve the situation for yourself. This is the way that you heal it. And so therefore, some of you guys won't bother taking a break. You'll just carry on doing whatever this situation is, putting up with it, because you'll say, well, I might as well just deal with this situation, you know, because in time, maybe with the Three of Swords in the reverse, I'll feel better about the situation. Because some of you guys, I think you are considering taking a break from something that you're really not happy in at the moment. Coming in, you've got this Five of Coins. Why does Aries have the Five of Coins coming in? Why does Aries... Oops. Because of the Chariot. That just flipped out. So I'm seeing you guys kind of shutting yourself off. You've decided in the... I mean, more than likely you would go along with this situation. Go with the flow, because you figure, okay, it's going to be okay in the end. Three of Swords in the reverse is all about healing and making a truce with oneself or with others. And it's reversed. So I think that really here, this is all about weighing up the situation. More than likely with the Three of Coins, I see you guys weighing up the situation and saying, you know what, actually, I think in time this will be okay. But you don't do that, I think. That's more than likely what you would do based on this situation. But coming into the immediate future is the Five of Coins, and that's because of the Chariot. Some of you guys, it might be that you have thought about taking a break from something, but then what comes in is the Five of Coins. It might be financial instability. Do some of you guys have car work or anything to do with your vehicle? Have you got an added expense, which means that you can't take a break from what you're doing at the moment? For some of you guys, it might be that you decide, well, to hell with it. I think I will leave. I think I will just shut this place out for a while because I want to go on holiday. I want to travel. The Chariot energy showing up here. Influences coming in are going to be the Six of Wands. And why the influence is coming in for Aries, the Six of Wands, show me. Well, I think that you've got success coming, and that success is to do with the King of Swords reversed. I don't believe this to be a person either. King of Swords reversed can mean a cruel individual. It could be that you've got, I mean, especially if this King of Swords reversed is to do with you being unhappy here, being at a crossroads because you're feeling a sense of unhappiness with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Because you're feeling that everything that you've done or everything that you're doing at the moment, whether this is a new job that you've gone into, is less than satisfactory. It might be with the Six of Wands in the coming in, you've got a victory or some form of success concerning, maybe this is an instigator, maybe the King of Swords in the reverse, it's somebody that makes you feel at that crossroads. Maybe this focus on the Four of Wands, taking a break or moving property or moving jobs in order to gain your power, is because the root issue is because you've made a decision to withdraw from a situation here. You need time to find your intuition with the High Priestess. It might be that this is the person who's probably causing the problems. If that's not the case, then this is about you finding your success, finding your confidence, finding the ability with that Six of Wands to overcome the, because King of Swords is not just a cruel person, he's not just a liar, he's not just a troublemaker, he's not just somebody who's unfair, it's when you actually can't make a decision, you can't make your mind up. So with these two cards, you might actually start making your mind up with those two cards here. And I think it is more than unlikely, it could be a person, but I actually think that this is more than likely, because we've got the victory card of the Six of Wands, and it's about a King of Swords, and I would read that as an energy, which is, usually in the upright, he has an idea. Remember, he's got the action plan of the Ace of Swords in his hand. So he has an idea, and usually he goes for it. He enacts that out in the world. In the reverse, you simply can't make your mind up with the King of Swords reverse. But the Six of Wands says you've got success coming, because, and this is to do with you guys not being able to make up your mind. And it's interesting, and this is why I think the fall in the outcome is actually a blockage reversal. It's you stopping yourself from doing something here. And we do have the most likely outcome going with the flow. You think that things will heal, they'll get better with the Three of Swords in the reverse. Hopes or fears, the Eight of Coins in the reverse. Why is the hope or fear, the Eight of Coins in the reverse for Aries? Because of Temperance. I think that your fear is not putting any work into this situation, giving up. Not even giving it a chance or giving it a try, probably because you know that the situation can be managed with the Temperance card. And it's the same thing that you're doing here. You know the most likely outcome is you're going to manage. Two of Coins also means to manage. You're going to manage the situation because you know that this problem isn't going to last very long. You know you're going to overcome the problems and the tension and the trauma that you've been feeling concerning this. The outcome is the Fool in the reverse. Why is the outcome the Fool in the reverse for Aries in June 2018? Well, I think that, and now you're here, this is you, you're in the reverse. Now, the reverse Queen of Wands isn't as brave to do certain things. She's not as brave to take action. She becomes quite scared, actually. But I think that this is more about, if in doubt, do not. That's what I would say this is about. There's a saying, for any of you Americans that watch me, or anybody else, sorry, around the world, there's a saying in England, when in doubt, do not. So if you're not sure about something, don't do it. And I think that this is the case. I think you're blocking yourselves off from doing it because you're showing us the Queen of Wands in the reverse. You're not ready to take action. She's an action taker, she is. She's fearless. So if she wants to do something, she'll do it because she's got no fear. But in the reverse, she becomes more fearful. You guys, I think, are the Fool reverse. You decide not to take this leap of faith, not to take this new direction with the Fool in the reverse, because you simply don't trust it. You're not ready to take that leap of faith with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And that's why you've got coming in this victory over the inability to make a decision. Finally, you make up your mind with both cards. And that mind that you make up is the Fool. I'm not going to actually take this leap of faith just yet, because right now I'm not ready really to take that leap of faith and take that action with the Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm a little bit nervous about doing this at the moment. It doesn't feel like it's the right time. So I think that in June 2018, Aries, you guys are kind of like, and I think that you have, this is why the advice card is that meditation will bring the answers to you. So some of you guys will probably be doing a lot of meditating, Aries, and you'll say to yourself, and you have been, because let's go through this reading once again very quickly. You guys, in June 2018, you're at a crossroads. And this is concerning a situation that has been less than impressive, a situation that hasn't brought all of the happiness or the rewards or the awards or the acclaim or the respect, or just the happiness or the abundance, whatever it is for you with that Nine of Cups in the reverse. It's a lack of joy card in the reverse, because it's not just about wishes for being fulfilled, it's also about feeling really happy in your life, feeling really good, feeling a sense of satisfaction and feeling like you've gained much and like you are on top of the world. It's one of the best cards you can get. Person sitting there, they're folding their card like, yeah, I feel pretty good, yeah. That's what the Nine of Coins in the upright is all about. Wherever you are in your life, whatever it is you do, you could be a road sweeper and feel like this because you just feel that you've got everything. But in the reverse, I always see, as I said, cup cards as being the unfulfilled desire. Some of you guys are at a crossroad because your desires are simply not being fulfilled. Now, the root issue for you guys is you've made a decision to withdraw. I think I'm not reading these as people, I'm reading them as energies. I think that you guys, the root issue is all about you guys making a decision that you want to withdraw from a situation. Why do you want to withdraw? Could be because of a person, a high priestess. She can be pretty quiet, she can be secretive, and underneath that secretive bullshit she can be a troublemaker and a bit of a bitch and gossip as well. Might be that, but I think that this is more than likely you guys making a decision to maybe take a little bit of time off, or just to withdraw just for a little while in order to gain some perspective and to work out exactly what it is you want to do with the high priestess energy. And in the recent past, I think that you have experienced the world and the world card. So this is an ending of a cycle. But actually now I would read this as there's been an ending of a cycle concerning a situation that hasn't been resolved. So you'll find that something's been resolved here for you, I think, in the recent past. And your challenge is the Hierophant. The Hierophant might be having to adhere to other people's rules and regulations in the challenged position, because this is a great change. You're not used to doing this. The Hierophant might be about you, with this Hierophant having to be a leader or having to lead other people or give guidance to people. It's something that you're not used to. With the Death energy, you might have to, the challenge might be being in a place of power. For some of you guys, it's something, I think it's because of death, something you're not used to, something that you haven't done before. It might be something that's a great change for you to get used to. And as a result of that, that's why I think that you guys are possibly looking to take a bit of a break, just to get a bit of sunshine for some of you guys. Take a holiday, take a bit of time out with that Four of Wands, spend more time with family and friends, because you need to gain your power back. You need to feel in control again with the Five of Swords in the reverse, because you haven't been feeling that around this situation. The most likely outcome, though, I think that is you guys will, with this Two of Coins energy, manage the situation with the Two of Coins energy, in the hope, I think, that the situation will resolve itself. That the time that you're going through of feeling slightly traumatic and slightly worried about the whole thing will pass with the Three of Swords in the reverse. However, coming in, we do have the Five of Coins. Some of you might decide to leave, just for a little while, the situation, Five of Coins energy, because of the Chariot. So possibly going on holiday, for example, going travelling for some of you. For some of you guys, Aries, it might simply be you've got some financial worries coming in. It could be something to do with a car, for example, with that Chariot energy there. However, influence is coming in. You've got to find success in something you couldn't make your mind up about with the King of Swords in the reverse. And your fears are giving up on a situation you know that could be managed, because the Eight of Coins in reverse means not to put any work into a situation, not to apply yourself to it, not to work towards to it or work on it. This is all about doing those things where you're not putting any effort in. And your fear will be not putting in any effort into a situation you know that can certainly be managed. You know that there's something salvageable from this. So the outcome shows, well, actually, I thought about taking a break in order to recharge my batteries, but the overall outcome from that is I don't think I will with the Fool in the reverse, because I just don't feel that right now is the right time to do this with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I'm just not ready, I'm not passionate enough, I'm not strong enough probably. My energy isn't strong enough. Am I really passionate to do this? Maybe I've got some fears concerning this, because she's quite a nervous character sometimes when she's reversed. But you don't feel in a place of power yet, not enough power to do this right now. And that's why the energy for the month, the advice card is saying, well, meditation will bring you answers. So I do feel that there is a little bit of deliberating going on here. You seem to be going back and forth, I think, Aries, in the month of June 2018, but it's either that the meditation you do brings you to the answer that you aren't ready to pursue a particular path yet, down to feeling maybe a little bit kind of nervous about that, or it's a case of, well, if you're this by the end of June and you still don't know what to do, it might simply be, well, meditate, ask God, pray, because that's how you'll get your answers. Alright, that's your reading for the month of June. I keep thinking July. June 2018, Aries. I'll be back with your love reading, so keep your eyes peeled, and I'll speak to you then. Take care. Bye-bye.